What it do, y'all? It's Coffee back at it, top of the morning. Hope y'all are having a great one. RIP and would-be happy birthday to a hip-hop legend who is gone way too soon, man. One half of the legendary hip-hop duo Mobb Deep. You know, we're talking about Prodigy, man, who passed away 8 years ago at the age of 42, man. It was crazy. A lot of conspiracy theories and whatnot were out there, which we're not going to really get into on this one. I'm not going to. If y'all want to talk about it, by any means, hit them comments. I always want to hear from the people out there on all the topics that we speak on. So sub up, hit the buttons, but hit the comments. But for real, man, it was like, I remember that. There was 8 years ago, Prodigy would be 50 today. You know what I'm saying? He passed at the age of 42. And, you know, Prodigy spoke about a lot of different topics, you know, that play into these theories. And reportedly, at the time of his death, he was working on a hip-hop musical or something like that, some kind of project about a particular topic as well. And, you know, he was out making appearances or something like that, a tour, signing, something like that. And he was in Vegas. As we know, he suffered from an autoimmune sickness, which I suffer from autoimmune sickness myself, not the same one as Prodigy. You know what I mean? I got lupus, but Prodigy had sickle cell, and he was feeling run down, not feeling well, which, you know, Prodigy was hospitalized many times over his career. There's some wild stories out there you can hear where him and his entourage were in, I don't want to say a third world country, but they were in some kind of country where, like, MEDICAL supplies were scarce, and to get the MEDSs that he needed and whatnot, like, someone had to go out into the trenches. And I don't know, comment if you ever heard that story, man. But real talk, it was just so wild that he went in, you know, just not feeling well, like go in, get some fluids, get some rest, etc. And he choked on an egg. It was like, what? It was so hard to accept, man. I remember the day specifically hearing the news. It was just like flucked up, man. I couldn't believe it, you know what I mean? But real talk, gone way too soon. Prodigy. Comment y'all favorite Prodigy bars, moments from his career, songs, albums. Did you like the Mobb Deep stuff together as a duo? Did you like him as a solo artist? Like, tap in, let's speak about it all. You know, I want to hear your thoughts, like I said. And Havoc, you see, keeping his name alive. He's the one posting here. Havoc has been getting extra active in the blogosphere right now. You know what I mean? Some rappers pop up on the scene later or at different times or whatever. Like, make sure you sub up to his YouTube channel and follow him on social networks, because he's got a lot of content coming. RIP, P, Bandana P, VIP. Yo, where did this come from, man? Will Smith jumping out the cut with some new music, I believe. I ain't never heard this one. He's talking about, did I stutter, right? I heard some gang-ish in there, but he's probably saying I ain't gang. I don't know, but he was letting it be known he's from Philly. Y'all remember Eminem used to relentlessly roast Will Smith. You guys remember that in that one Forgot About Dre video when the house is on fire? He's talking to the news. He's like, I was upstairs listening to my Will Smith CD, and he just started going off, and he was talking about Will Smith don't got it cussing his rap to sell records. Well, I do. So him and U2, I don't know what it was, man. Will got it. Pause. A lot of other pop artists and whatnot, he got at them. Like Eminem was deep in dissing a lot of pop artists and stuff like that. But when it came to MCs, he had his fair share of beefs as well. Comment your thoughts about the Will Smith track, Eminem's beefs, and the way Eminem used to go at Will. What y'all thought about that? And if you know, what beef you thought you know, had the hardest diss, in the Benzino one, Ja Rule, Cannabis, hell, Everlast, right? I don't know, like, let's talk about it all. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Will Smith actually responded to Eminem on a track before on an album, man. Like, I can't recall how many albums Will Smith has dropped since Big Willie Styles Pause, right? With Getting Jiggy With It and all that. But I feel like he's dropped a few. Remember he had that Switch song off the His soundtrack? That joint went hard, but I don't think does Will not write his raps? I can't recall, man. And I remember DJ Jazzy Jeff dropped a dope album, you know, just like how Clue used to drop them bangers. I want to say this was like 07, 08, 09, somewhere in that time frame. I remember it had a video that came out off it because this was still back in the era of videos and, you know, turning on BET or when digital cable was first kicking in. If you had 157, where I lived, it was channel 157, MTV Jams. Remember that, y'all? They used to just play 24/7 music videos with maybe a little 30-second bumper putting the channel name up. Other than that, it was all music videos, and they would have a jam of the week and play that joint every hour on the hour. That ish was wild, man. But yeah, man, back in that era, DJ Jazzy Jeff dropped a banger, man. But yeah, Will Smith back at it. What do y'all think of the track, the M beefs and all that? DJ Jazzy Jeff, hit the comments with your thoughts on it all.
Treasure. Yes, if you ever put a DeRozan banner up, I'll go up there and pull it down myself. That's the answer to your question. Is that what you're going to ask? No. I didn't mention Gerard. I didn't. Kyle. Yeah. Absolutely. And it made an impact on the history of the Raptors that are going to be ruled. I don't think people understand that's our first retired number, right? It is a legit banner, too. That banner is beautiful. Absolutely spectacular, right? Yeah. Unfortunately, we're playing this booth tonight, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Hey, look, we're going to take the break. You're going to stay.
Drake in tonight's broadcast, Lamar, in tonight's broadcast, Drake said, if you ever put up the DeRozan banner up, I'll go up there and pull it down myself. What's your reaction to that?
Well, he's going to have a long way to climb to take it down, so tell him good luck.
Thanks, everyone.
And then this was wild last night, right? Drake is the global ambassador for the Raptors, right? He don't just be at the games like Spike Lee. Remember Jay-Z said, I'd be spiked out, I could trip a referee. That was a damn shame too, a few years back when Spike got into it with someone from the Knicks and he stopped going to the games. Like, that was an all-time low. That had me flucked up. Like, how is Spike Lee not gonna be at the Knicks game? And why were they giving the man a hard time? They were telling him, like, you can't come in this way. You gotta go in the other way, like, or some bull. It's like, Spike been going to the games forever. He's VIP. Cut it the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like, that ish was some bullish. But I believe they ironed everything out now, you know. The Knicks. What do y'all think? Knicks gonna be a playoff team this year? They made the playoffs last year as well, right? I am a basketball fan, but my Bills play today. That's the sport I care most about is football, you know what I mean? But I gotta get back into following basketball. But Drake's a global ambassador. He's at this Raptors game. You heard what he had to say. They ever put up, you see the Vince Carter jersey in the rafters. If a DeRozan jersey ever goes up there, he's pulling that thing down and he's calling him a ussy and all that. And I thought this was wild corny, right? And his number one cheerleader, number one stan, DJ Academics, got the pom-poms. Like, yo, it's revenge, Drake. It's 2016 vibes. Like, cut it out, man. He got ate up by Kendrick Lamar. I don't care what no one says. I always say this when that comes up, right? The whole idea about this channel, once again, is to talk with all y'all in the comments about all the different topics, right? Like, hey, let's debate, let's chop it up, etc. We have a saying on this channel, well, I do, right? It's like, let's agree to disagree if necessary. You know what I mean? I ain't really with all the arguing. Sometimes it goes there or whatever, but more or less, like, to each their own. Agree to disagree. But when it comes to Drake and Kendrick, Drake got ate up. Drake got embarrassed. Drake looked like a goofy. His disses weren't fucking with Kendrick. Kendrick bodied him. And DeRozan is in the video. And, you know, like, you see what Axe talking about, though. Like, that A minor, he's calling him out on some weirdo, wicked PDO type ish. And DeRozan was in a video co-signing that. Like, what do y'all think about that? What does that say to y'all? Do you guys think he knew Drake on a more personal level from being a Toronto Raptor, that he was like, yo, Drake a weirdo or whatever? I don't know. But this whole narrative that Act was trying to push with his pom-poms, like, oh, look at the OVO goons, they're on his bumper. Like, fuck out of here, man. That ish was corny, man. Look like fake ass tough guy out there. And you heard him. Oh, well, good luck. He have a climb pretty high to pull that thing down. I don't know. I just don't think it's the global ambassador of the team. It's a good look. I think he's looking pretty goofy here. Let me know what you think as well. But that's going to do it for this one. Let's talk in them comments, sub up, and I'll chop it with y'all on the next one. Peace and God bless.